Muletrain! It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, January the 11th, 2018. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Petra Auralia Granados, 44 of Muleshoe, is scheduled for 11 o'clock Thursday morning, January the 11th, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Renny Perez officiating. Rosary was held yesterday at Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will be in the Bailey County Cemetery. Petra died last week on Friday, January the 5th, just outside of Muleshoe at her home, just off Highway 84, when she was stabbed to death by her boyfriend. She was born September the 30th, 1973, in Chihuahua, Mexico, to Ramon and Angela de la Rosa Granados. Petra is survived by three sons, Alfonso Flores and Alan Flores, both of Clovis, and Dylan Flores of Muleshoe. She is survived by her five sisters, Maria de Jesus Granados, Dora Granados, Ramona Granados, Hilda Granados, and Florinda Granados, all of Chihuahua, Mexico. She's also survived by three brothers, Hector Granados of Amarillo, Oscar Granados of Muleshoe, and Lucilo Granados of Chihuahua, Mexico. And repeating funeral service for Petra Auralia Granados, 44 of Muleshoe, is scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning, Thursday, January the 11th, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Rene Perez officiating. Burial will be in the Bailey County Cemetery. Please keep the Granados family on your prayer list today. Estela Contreras, 16 of Muleshoe, died last week on Wednesday, January the 3rd, in Lubbock. She was born May 20th, 2001, in Clovis to Braulio and Enriqueta Contreras. Estela is survived by both of her parents, Braulio and Enriqueta Contreras, her two sisters, Mirella Contreras of Dallas and Angelita Maria Contreras, also of Dallas. A brother, Braulio Enrique Contreras, also survives her. Funeral mass was held last weekend at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Please keep the family of Estela Contreras on your prayer lists today, 16 years of age, as she died last week in Lubbock.
Funeral services for Medford Cyphers, 96 of Fort Worth, formerly of Muleshoe, will be Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock in Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, officiating. Burial will be in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the direction of the Ellis Funeral Home of Muleshoe. Medford Cyphers owned Medford Shoes on Main Street in Clovis, New Mexico, formerly. He died on Monday, January the 8th, in Fort Worth. He was born September 28th, 1921, in Aspermont, to Robert Arthur and Rosa May Roden Cyphers. He married Alice Hicks here in Muleshoe on February the 25th, 1949. Medford Cyphers served in the United States Army during World War II. He owned and operated on Main Street in Clovis Medford Shoes from 1966 until 1989, when he retired. Medford Cyphers also was a longtime member of the Kiwanis Club in Clovis for many, many years. He was preceded in death by his wife, Alice, who died in 2007, his son, Kyle Cyphers, who died in 2007 also, and his parents, Mr. and Ms. Robert Arthur Cyphers. Medford Cyphers is survived by his son, Jay Cyphers of Fort Worth, his sister, Ethel Stores of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, and two grandchildren, Michael Cyphers and Emily Bell. The family suggests that memorials be sent to Cal Farley's Boyce Ranch, Post Office Box 1890, Amarillo, Texas 79174 is the zip code there. Please remember all of the family of Medford Cyphers in your prayers. And repeating, he died Monday in Fort Worth, where he was living. And the funeral services will be here in Muleshoe for Medford Cyphers, 96 years of age, on Thursday afternoon at 2 in Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, officiating. Burial will be in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe. Funeral services for Joyce Nix, 87 years of age, will be held Saturday afternoon at the First United Methodist Church in Sudan, where she was a member. Officiating will be the Reverend Carrie Hurst. Burial will be in the Sudan Cemetery under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Sudan. Joyce Nix died on Tuesday in Olton. She was born March the 9th, 1930 in Wellington to Valton Duke and Beulah Inez Roach Coker. She married Bill Nix in Brownfield on April the 3rd, 1948. Joyce Nix was a member of the First United Methodist Church in Sudan. She was preceded in death by her husband, Bill, who died in 2013, and her sister, Oleta Hill, and two brothers, Doug and J.J. Coker. Joyce Nix is survived by her son, Tim Nix, and his wife, Joan, of Sudan. Joan is a teacher here at Dillman Elementary School. Her daughter is Nancy Dawson and her husband, Ken. They live in Tulia. Her brother, Vic Coker, and his wife, Judy, of Earth, and 5 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. Please remember all of the family of Joyce Nix in your prayers. The family suggests memorials be sent to either the First United Methodist Church in Sudan, 411 Main Street, Sudan's zip is 79371, or to the Alzheimer's Association, 3610 22nd Street, Suite 300 in Lubbock, and that zip is 79410. You can send also to the Nix family online condolences to www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Joyce Nix, 87 years of age, died on Tuesday in Olton. And the funeral services will be held for Joyce Nix at 2 Saturday afternoon at the First United Methodist Church in Sudan, where she was a longtime member, with the pastor, the Reverend Carrie Hurst, officiating. Burial will follow in the Sudan Cemetery under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Sudan. The high in Muleshoe on Wednesday was 70 degrees and the low was 35. And at 7 o'clock on Thursday morning, it was officially here in Muleshoe 35 warm degrees. And now 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area. Whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world, security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, windy day and colder yesterday as a front moves through our area. Our high wind gust on Wednesday was just shortly after 8 p.m. at 38 miles per hour. We have a wind advisory that continues in effect until 3 p.m. this afternoon. Patchy blowing dust before noon, sunny, high today only around 47 degrees. Windy conditions continue with the north wind 25 to 35 miles per hour, which will decrease to 15 to 25 miles per hour during the afternoon hours. Winds could gust as high as 45 miles per hour during the day today. Clear tonight, low around 20. North winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming south after midnight. Sunny on Friday, high near 62. South-southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon hours. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 21. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny on Saturday, high near 44 degrees. Northeast winds around 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 19. Sunny on Sunday, high near 52 degrees. South-southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 23. On Monday, Martin Luther King Day, sunny, high near 51 degrees. West-southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming east-northeast in the afternoon. Mostly clear Monday night, low around 17. And repeating our forecast, a wind advisory continues till 3 p.m. this afternoon. Patchy blowing dust before noon, sunny, high near 47 degrees. Windy conditions with a north wind 25 to 35 miles per hour, decreasing in the afternoon hours. Winds could gust as high as 45 miles per hour. Clear tonight, low around 20. Sunny on Friday, high near 62. South-southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon hours. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 21. Then sunny, high near 44 on Saturday. Mostly clear Saturday night, low around 19. 5 Area telephone. West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
The Muleshoe Mules and the Lady Mules both lost their games to Shallowater on Tuesday night here in Muleshoe. And Shallowater beat the Mules 67 to 38. And in District 2-3A, that means that the Mules are now 1-3 on their district. Shallowater girls 57 and the Lady Mules 38, and that means that now in District 2-3A the Lady Mules are 3-3 in district play. The next game for the Mules, JV and varsity, and the Lady Mules JV and varsity will be at Roosevelt Friday night. The first games are the JV games, which will be played simultaneously at Roosevelt at 5 o'clock. At 6:30, the Lady Mules will play Roosevelt, and the last game will be the Mules and Roosevelt, and that is at 8 o'clock at Roosevelt. So be sure and go and back your hometown team as they play at Roosevelt on Friday night. there is going to be at the Calvary Baptist Church a senior nutritional program, and this is partnership with the South Plains Food Bank. And on Tuesday, January the 23rd, you can come to register for the program at the Calvary Baptist Church here in Muleshoe at 1733 West Avenue C. The registration will be from 11 to 12:30 that day, Tuesday, January the 23rd. You'll need to bring an ID or a driver's license, your proof of address, and the address on your driver's license will not be sufficient. You must have the physical address on a bill, such as a gas bill, a water bill, or a phone bill, etc. And also proof of income. This can be Social Security award letter, SNAP benefit award letter, or SSI award letter. This program is for all people 60 and older, and they will have a monthly delivery of the food box to the Calvary Baptist Church here in Muleshoe from the South Plains Food Bank. Now, what you will get even on the first day of registration will be a box of breakfast cereal, protein that is chili, beef, stew, etc., grain, rice, or pasta, or macaroni, 4 cans of vegetables, 2 cans of fruit juice, 2 boxes of milk that will have to be refrigerated when you open them, 1 bag of dry milk, and 1 block of cheese. Now, to be eligible for this program at the Calvary Baptist Church, you will need to bring proof of your income, and for a household of 1, it is $1,307. If there's 2 in a household, it's $1,760. 3 in a household, $2,213. 4, $2,665. 5, $3,118. 6 in a household, $3,571. 7, $4,024, and 8 in a household, $4,477. And be sure, if you're 60 and older and you qualify for this extra food, please go on Tuesday, January 23rd from 11 until 12:30 to the Calvary Baptist Church to sign up for this program. And the Calvary Baptist Church is located at 1733 West Avenue C here in Muleshoe. We'll be back with more Muletrain news. Please stay tuned.
Take control of your First Bank of Muleshoe debit card right from your smartphone with the My Mobile Money app. It's customizable card monitoring and controls that help you manage your accounts. With My Mobile Money app, you can set interactive controls to help monitor activity and prevent unauthorized use. You can turn your card on or off, set alerts, and deny transactions based on merchant or transaction type and location, monitor and control dependent cardholder usage, receive notifications of possible fraudulent transactions, and take action, deposit checks through your phone. Download the My Mobile Money app now at the App Store or Google Play. For more information, you can also call the First Bank here here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, offering the My Mobile Money app. Available at the App Store or Google Play. Call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank, member FDIC.
This is Isla Reynolds. I am 7 years old, and I know one thing, that Leal's Mexican food is the best. I love the chips and salsa at Leal's. The enchiladas are super. You have to try the guacamole and topapillas. That's at my favorite Leal's in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard.
The 2018 Bailey County Junior Livestock Show will start with the animals being brought into the Civic Center Coliseum here in Muleshoe from 1 to 6 on January the 18th, which is next Thursday. And then on the January the 19th, which is Friday, they will start judging. And there will be no school in Muleshoe on Friday, January the 19th. At 8 o'clock that morning, the dairy cattle will be judged, then followed by the beef cattle and the sheep and goats, and then they will break for lunch. At 1 o'clock, the swine show will start, and at 9 o'clock on Friday, January the 19th, the Jimmy Dale Black Showmanship Drive will be held. Then the next morning on Saturday, January the 20th, there will be a buyer's luncheon at the Civic Center, and that will start at 11 o'clock. Then at 12 noon, they will start the premium sale of the 2018 Bailey County Junior Livestock Show. And of course, we will be there, and we will be filming highlights of that show. According to KCBD out of Lubbock, Lucio Camacho of Muleshoe has been charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping in Bailey County. He is accused of stabbing 44-year-old Petra Granados and taking her and her 3-year-old son from the scene of the stabbing. Bailey County Sheriff Richard Wills told Channel 6 that the 911 call came in at 12:05 last Friday morning, January the 5th. You can read the entire story from KCBD on our Twitter feed, and our Twitter feed is found in the left-hand corner on the front page of MuleshoeTV.com. Also, KCBD reports that Xcel Energy out of the Lubbock area is sending a crew to help in Puerto Rico. Remember these men as they go, and the people also of Puerto Rico. Al Reisner, 73, of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, a Muleshoe High School graduate, known affectionately as Big Al, died Saturday morning around 4:15 of cancer. He had only known that he had cancer the first week of December. Al Reisner served in the United States Navy. Visitation, a fellowship, and remembrance from 5 until 7 on Friday will be held in Lubbock at the Agape Funeral Chapel there. A memorial service will be held Saturday, January the 13th at 10 o'clock in the morning, also at the Agape Funeral Chapel in Lubbock. Al Reisner was preceded in death by his mother Mildred and his stepfather Zach Reisner of Smyre. They previously lived here in Muleshoe. Al is survived by one son, Jamie of Haltom City, Texas, and two brothers, Terry and his wife Debbie of Wolford, and Tony and his wife Velma of Granbury. Al Reisner was reared here in Muleshoe and graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1963. He loved riding his Harley and visiting his family and friends. Please remember all the family of Al Reisner in your prayers, please. Dorothy Marney, 90, of Lubbock, formerly of Houston, died on Sunday morning about 3:30 in Lubbock. Funeral services will be held on Friday, January the 12th at 10 o'clock at the Rest Haven Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Rest Haven Memorial Park. Visitation will be with Dana Dameron Marney and her husband Ben from 4 until 6 on Thursday evening. She was born in Petersburg and was reared in Rawls. She has one son, Ben Marney of Cocoa, Florida, and her daughter-in-law is Dana Dameron Marney, formerly of Muleshoe, also of Cocoa, Florida. Please remember the Marney family in your prayers. You will recall we announced that Rylan Ward, 5 years of age, would spend Christmas in the hospital in San Antonio after being shot 5 times in the shooting at Sutherland Springs, Texas, at the First Baptist Church there. All Rylan wanted was Christmas cards, and I think he got many, many, many Christmas cards and a number from Muleshoe. Well, today, Rylan Ward will leave the hospital for the first time to go home to Sutherland Springs. His stepmother and 2 sisters were killed, along with 23 others, in the shooting at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs. His stepmother laid over him to protect him. He will leave the hospital, University Hospital in San Antonio, around 1 o'clock with a fire and EMS escort, and they are encouraging people to line up along Highway 87 with signs welcoming him home into Sutherland Springs. Please remember in your prayers Linda White of Farwell, formerly of Muleshoe, a Muleshoe High School graduate. She is home in Farwell now. And Lewis Cardinal, who was in an automobile accident in Lubbock earlier this week. He formerly lived here in Muleshoe, and Lewis is the brother-in-law of Donna Green of Muleshoe. And don't forget Rylan Ward as he goes home from the hospital today. On Monday, the regular meeting of the Bailey County Commissioners Court was held, and they authorized the Bailey County Judge, Sherry Harrison, to take applications for the county depository. All Things New by Kelly Mintner. An 8-week women's Bible study will start Monday afternoon at 5:30 at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. The facilitator will be Brenda Black, and child care will be provided. And of course, there is no cost to this 8-week women's Bible study starting on this Monday, and it will be every Monday afternoon at 5:30. Treg Box will graduate Friday on January the 12th in the San Diego, California, after 13 weeks of Marine boot camp. He is the son of Rhonda King of Sudan and Jason Box of Muleshoe. Those attending his graduation will be his mother and stepfather, Rhonda and Chad King of Sudan, his father and stepmother, Jason and Shelby Box of Muleshoe, his stepsister and stepbrother, Riker and Ryan King of Sudan, Treg's maternal grandparents who live here in Muleshoe, Rhonda and Joyce Scott, and his uncle and aunt from Allen, Texas, and his cousins, Heath and Jamie Scott, Ty and Kendra, his grandparents from Sudan, Johnny and Cynthia King, and an uncle, Russ King, will all be in attendance at the graduation. After graduation, Treg Box will have a 10-day leave, and after that, he will be working at the recruiting office in Lubbock for another 7 to 10 days. From there, he will go to an infantry combat training for 6 weeks and his Marine schooling, and will be assigned to a base where he will reside for further orders. And so remember to congratulate Treg Box of Muleshoe and Sudan as he graduates from San Diego, California after 13 weeks of Marine boot camp. We're so proud of you, Treg. The Muleshoe City Council has postponed their January 8th meeting until January the 15th, and they will open bids on a project on January the 11th. And by postponing this meeting, they will be able to award on Monday evening, January the 15th, rather than having another meeting to do just that one thing, according to Leanne Gallman, Muleshoe City Manager. The Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous and the Al-Anon Family Group meet here in Muleshoe every week on Tuesday and Friday nights at 7 at the First United Methodist Church, 507 West 2nd. The AA meetings are held every week. Please use the fellowship hall door. AA is a fellowship of both men and women who share their hope, strength, and experiences to stay sober one day at a time. Al-Anon, it meets on Monday night at 7 o'clock at the First United Methodist Church also, but please use the extreme south door and walk in the hallway, and it's the first door on your right. Al-Anon is for family and friends of alcoholics and or drug addicts. Filing for the Muleshoe Independent School District regular and special election will start on next Wednesday, January the 17th, and will continue through February the 16th, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at Muleshoe City Hall, which is located at 215 First Street here in Muleshoe, across the street from the First Bank. According to Zana Carpenter, and you can contact Zana for any other information about filing for the regular or the special election for the Muleshoe Independent School District. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a moment. Please stay tuned.
AIM Bank Muleshoe in Farwell is bringing many exciting opportunities to the Muleshoe, Lasbuddy, and Farwell areas, and technology enhancements increase lending capabilities while keeping all of the same smiling faces you're used to in both locations. AIM Bank Muleshoe joins the many area full-service AIM Bank locations in the Panhandle, South Plains, Permian Basin, and Big Country regions of Texas, combined with an ATM network of more than 750 Stripes convenience stores locations in Texas, New Mexico, along with Oklahoma. AIM Bank has a commitment of supporting local communities and their local customers right here in the Muleshoe area. AIM Bank, where a handshake still means something, both member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South 1st Street has two nurse practitioners, Christy Lee and Kristen Neely. You can make an appointment now by calling 806-272-7544 at the Medical Clinic at Muleshoe with either Christy or Kristen. The Medical Clinic at Muleshoe is located inside of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe. Again, the number to call is 806-272-7544 to make your appointment now to see either Christy Lee or Kristen Neely, nurse practitioners at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe. Please remember in your prayers Paul Wilbanks of Lubbock, former longtime resident here in Muleshoe, and also his wife Judy Wilbanks. Wanda Wiley is home from the hospital in Lubbock. Please remember Wanda Wiley and her husband Kent and her daughter Summer in your prayers. Rhonda Carter has been ill. Joseph Carpenter also needs to be on our prayer list. Joe Phelps and her husband Donald. Sally Ellis. Joe Harmon of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe. And Larry Combs will start 8 weeks of chemo in Lubbock on Monday. Now, they will stay, Berta and Larry both will stay in Lubbock Monday through Friday for 8 weeks, but be home on the weekend. So please remember Larry Combs and his wife Berta as he starts his chemotherapy here in Lubbock on Monday. Marjorie Morgan of Muleshoe, Dr. Joby Claiborne of Muleshoe is in Trust Point Rehab in Lubbock, and Larry and Berta Combs' son, Greg Combs, is in hospice care at his home in Austin. Also, he is a Muleshoe High School graduate, Greg Combs. Remember his wife, Lauren, and his children. Sophie is 12 and Landrum is 3 years of age. Marilyn Cox and her husband Reagan, Gladys Black, Louis Wayne and Wanda Schaefer. Remember, please, Eric and Angela Hall, Jean Paul and Corlin Jarman, Glenn Watkins, who is in Plainview in a retirement home, Ronnie Kenmore, Doyle and Little Sue King, Betty Harrison, Doris Scott, Maxine and Clinton Rogers, Landon Nichols and all of his family, Dorothy Sorley, Gabby Stone, Brian Taylor, and Dorothy Turner. Remember all of the men and women who serve our country in the military and their families. Remember these families who have lost loved ones just recently. The family of Estela Contreras, 16 years of age, of Muleshoe. Petra Granados' family of Muleshoe. She was 44 years of age. Joyce Nix of Sudan's family. The family of Bedford Cyphers, 96 of Fort Worth, formerly of Muleshoe and Clovis. The family of Davis Gear. He was the newborn baby son of Tyrell and Courtney Gear of Salina, Texas. Tona Semenaker, formerly of Muleshoe. Annalita Haley. Philemon T. Oliveris of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe. Martin Hernandez, 85, of Muleshoe. Dean Gunstream Smith of Belen, New Mexico, formerly of Muleshoe. Pat Clements of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe. Richard Ring, 48, of Muleshoe. Al Reisner, a Muleshoe High School graduate who died of cancer just recently. And the family of Norma Poole Arwin, 92, of Mansfield, formerly of Muleshoe and Clovis. Enrique Henry Lopez, 65, of Muleshoe. Please remember all of these families in your prayers.
Well, it is just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well. Find it free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Jeeps on the beach. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 77 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online, bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
David Leonard sells Jeeps in Liberty. When I visited with him, he was planning to have a Jeep Jamboree with 50 or 60 Jeeps at his dealership.
We're just having a group together, have families out and let them get a chance to look and drive a Jeep. And we've got different awards that we're going to give away, like the one that's the roughest looking, the one that's most military looking. So just some different ideas to try to change some stuff up, just to draw some interest and let them see what a Jeep Wrangler really is like. The Wrangler is the most popular right now. We seem to have a hard time getting them.
He took his Jeep to a Jeep rally at Crystal Beach near Houston.
I've never seen so many Jeeps. I mean, there was probably, if I'm guessing, 15 or 20,000 Jeeps on the beach. And what's amazing is probably the average Jeep down there was about $50,000. My son made the comment, he said, "Dad, there's not a lot of real young people down here." And I said, well, not a lot of real young people can afford the kind of Jeeps that are out here. And I think that's somewhat true. I mean, they probably average 50,000 and up. Big tires and wheels, and a base Jeep now is 35,000. So it didn't take much to make it 50. It's hard to believe. We've gone from probably $995 for the first one that came out.
Was there a parade or?
No parade. Everybody gets on the beach. We decided we were going to drive down through the middle of it. We drove maybe a quarter of a mile and took one of the roads and got out of it. It took over an hour to go maybe a quarter of a mile. I've never seen anything like it. They come from everywhere. A lot of people truck their Jeeps in and just have them for down there, but a lot of people drive them too.
David is a cook and has prepared meals for large groups of people.
We've cooked for couple thousand people. We used to do the fish fry for the Lions Club, and we had gotten up to where we were serving 900 pounds of fish. So that's quite a few people. A group's gone up to state capitol and cooked chicken fried steaks and barbecue chicken one time. So we cooked for a couple thousand people. I enjoy cooking. My mother was a great cook. I call myself a good cook. Some people may not think so, but I call myself a good cook. The Lions Club has 4 giant cookers. The plumbing from over in Dayton, they come out and put us a 500-gallon propane tank, hook all 4 of them up, and we go to cooking.
David Leonard of Liberty. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.